So he like to go and just piss everywhere, man. Like it don't matter where it at. He just want to pull his pants down and just start pissing out. Like, bro, you can't do that, man. There's white women out there.
How old is your boy?
He 4. Yeah,
Okay.
man. So now that he
Okay.
know how, huh?
Okay. I think okay. I got it figured out. I fixed the weird noise in the background. So
Cool, cool.
I wonder if I could just record it like this, download it, and put it on. Cause I ain't never recorded off Skype before.
Oh shit. Hey, first time for everything.
I know, and you know what's gonna hurt me real bad is that we have a great session. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, I can't hear shit, can't download shit, policy issues, all kinds of shit. So
So,
I
so how you
love the background room. I appreciate it. I love you got it going on, brother. I like it.
The regular background.
You had me fooled too, man. You had me fooled like it was yours, man.
It is.
got the
No, it's
flag?
not. They ain't your house.
Huh?
This is me.
I knew it was real with the flag.
I was gonna try to put another background up there, but it ain't working. I got my iPad working now.
Hey, shoot. So in order to make sure that don't happen, what you want to do? Like, record 5 minutes and see if it work, or like how you want, or shit. So I don't know.
Well, I'm just going with the flow right now, and I'm trying not to push up y'all time much as it is because y'all men with goals and responsibilities, all that shit. So,
If it ain't
uh, I'm just waiting for this one window to load right now where it will be not only recording, like we'll be live at the same time. So, uh, that way people can come in and comment and all kind of bullshit, you know. So
Man said all kind of bullshit.
well,
yeah,
bro.
all kind of bullshit. You know Twitch, right, Ron?
Nah.
You, oh, I thought you knew
I never
Twitch.
used it either. Yeah, I
Twitch.
never
Huh?
used it either. I never used it either.
Well, you know Twitch is that platform where all the gamers and shit go on there and live stream
Oh.
their gaming content. But
Oh,
now, well, for a while, people can just Twitch anything. Like people can Twitch like they shows, they cooking, they DJing, all kinds of shit. So it's pretty much the move right now thanks to COVID.
Well,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
I did see. I heard some of these athletes were talking about it. That's how people make money. I
Oh
think
yeah.
they had people that were playing video games making money off it, and I think Chad was talking about it. Chad Ocho,
Yep.
he was
Ocho,
talking
yep,
about it.
We were just talking about
But
I Am Athlete last night.
I, yeah,
yep.
they took it off. One of my intern was telling me about I Am Athlete, and
Yeah.
man, hey, I have my opinion about it. Remember that? You saw that last episode where Chad was talking about eating McDonald's. I know you saw that one.
I did.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
Hey, I agree with Brandon, man. But it's like the lucky ones always say something like that, you know, because you can do a whole gang of BS, but most people ain't lucky. So when you look at it, like let's say some players, some people be like, they think it's the formula, but it's not the formula. You know, that ain't the formula to success. Just like I know people that be like, all right, shoot, you know, rapper could be like, hey, I killed 20 people. People be like, all right, I gotta kill 20 people. No, that ain't the formula. That's just he just got lucky killing 20 people when they went through whatever and he made it. That ain't the formula. So with Chad talking about that, I'm like, bro, no. He's like, y'all eat whatever y'all want. Nah, that's how where we at now with all the diseases we have is because we have too much food, too much of the goodness that too much feel good, that dopamine release. We're enjoying it too much. So like, and then you when you think about it, you're like, okay, you can be like, I'm not really enjoying this. Like we enjoy too much. Everything we do is enjoyment, you know. So it's kind of like we up here all the time. So when we do anything regular, we don't know how to deal with it. You know, people be like, we always got to be having a constant high. But Chad tripping, man. Chad tripping. Like I can see how he can get away with it, but it ain't because his body adapted to it. I do feel like you should have a balance, but for the most part, most people will break down. Now, let's say somebody like Chad, like somebody that eat McDonald's all the time, they can't go and eat greens. It just ain't gonna work. So if I'm eating McDonald's 24/7, I can't go and eat a salad and feel fine. I don't feel sick. So 100% your body's adapted to whatever's adapted to. You know, so but it is a balance. It ain't no eat whatever because we have no self control as people. If we eat whatever, we're gonna eat the sugars, we're gonna eat the fats, we're gonna eat the salts. Just we eat whatever.
But like you said, hey, I love Ocho. That's one of my favorite receivers. But as you said, you know, of course, moderations. But his body adapted to it to a point where that's all he eats. And it's funny because you said McDonald's helped him create a callus.
That's this man. And then they use the excuse like, Brandon, you ended up hurt and you ate protein and stuff. And he never was hurt. And he ate McDonald's all the time.
Hey, I mean, just like I told Ken, I was like, man, you know, with Ocho, I feel like with that situation, like he has so much like trust in like God and the universe and what's gonna happen. So he just don't stress so much about it. You know what I'm saying? And he just do him or whatnot. And it worked. Like, you know.
For him. Like
right.
what my thing is like when the reason I go against it is because he's stating it like it's a rule. So when he says it, most people Ocho did what he did. And you know, to some extent, I do feel like the food might have played a role for him to be able to be successful. Reason being, because what if he didn't eat that and he was miserable? The way your mindset plays and your happiness plays a huge role in it. Your happiness plays a huge role. That's why some people say if they're drinking or they're smoking, whatever they're doing, and it's part of them, they don't have to be. That's why you can't change it completely. So if it's part of you, then you'll be more successful. Even if scientifically it's not healthy for you, it's healthy for you because it causes that balance, and then from there that peace of mind, and you have less stress. So I agree with that because if he would have been a person that's always counting calories, that's why when I'm training people and they're always counting calories, they're stressing out. I'm like, hey, chill. You can't stress out over eating. If you're stressing out over what you're eating, you're gonna hold more fat and you're not gonna see the results. So let's transition and do better. If you've been eating McDonald's the whole time, I'm not gonna stop you from eating McDonald's every single day. We're gonna just add a couple good things and take a couple bad things out. So I agree for a fact. He just had his way about it, and people should maintain what they're doing. But when it comes to like him saying like that being the way, like nah, Ocho, you tripping. Most people, it'll cause more issues with more people at the end of the day because we already have everybody. We have like the fattest country. We have everybody all the diseases. So.
Okay,
But,
so can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I just want to appreciate y'all for running the show for 8 minutes, me trying to figure it out some bullshit. So I appreciate
I
y'all.
am
Like,
athlete, man. I am athlete.
oh yeah. Like, I was listening and I'm trying to figure out some shit on my end before oh shit, there you go again.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. I don't
Now
even.
I'm back. I should be coming back. There you go.
Oh, you left.
So,
You left again.
But yeah,
You
so
gone again. You know that, right?
I'm going again.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Not on my side. Sly. You back on your side?
Nope.
What in the hell?
That's what she said.
I know. I see myself.
Hey, I just see Rome.
See, this is why I get for touching the damn cord. I ain't never had problems like this in my life. Yo.
Are we not recording?
Oh yeah, I'm recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's being weird.
Oh man. Yeah. All right. Okay. Look, whenever you do come, that's what happens when you marry a woman, guys. They don't care
Y'all
about
see
you.
me
You
now?
gotta say.
Yep. I see.
Okay. Good. All right. So, great intro talking about health. Like this is the type of stuff that I was looking forward to and having on this show. We want to talk about mental wellness and physical wellness as well. So great intro, man. I really do appreciate y'all. But guess what? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show with no name. I am your boy, your host, Ken Jones. To me, this is a real special episode to me. This is my first time like interviewing two people at the same time. Um, and also like the mindset of these two black gentlemen right here is pretty much like uh I'm thinking about like a good smart word, like, but I don't want to get I don't want to get too deep on them.
Yeah.
Pretty much like the stepping stone when it comes to mental and physicality of men, you know what I'm saying? Black men, black strong men, you know what I'm saying? So this is a real special episode to me, and I appreciate y'all for creating the time, opportunity to be on my podcast because I reached out to y'all. Well, one of y'all reached out to me, but I wanted to create a platform for y'all to boost, y'all business. Rome got a business. Sly, you got a business as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and introduce yourself, and I'm gonna let y'all like spit out whatever I had left out. So I'm gonna start with the man on the left, Mr. Sly, Mr. AKA Free Game himself. You know what I'm saying? He's a counselor, and he's been getting on IG spitting free game. So I'm gonna break down.
Right.
I'm gonna break down about that. I'm gonna ask some questions about that later. So Sly, introduce yourself. Whatever that I had left out, introduce yourself, brother.
All right, all right. Well, first and foremost, man, I appreciate you for having me, man. I really love what you're doing, and it's an honor, man. So,
Yeah.
as far as free game, as you said, I'm a counselor. I'm also in the financial service industry, and I also co-founded Culture Sports with my cousin Ty. And free game just comes from us as black men growing up fatherless and having influences that we feel are good influences, but it's
Yeah.
like the blind leading the blind, and they're just as misguided as we are. So it hit me, with of course, deaths, going to college and realizing that, my life was definitely abnormal.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So I just want to give back to the youth and my brothers and hold them accountable, teach, guide, and really just give them free game, man, and go from there, bro.
That's true. That's true. And I'm gonna start off to the guy on my right. His name ain't Ricardo. His name is Ron.
That's one of my names, man. That's one of my names. That's funny. The same thing Josh said when I was in the interview. I said, Ricardo's like, man, your name wrong.
Nigga rating wrong, dog. Hey.
Hey, look, when we used to look at the list for the track meets, like
Romero.
Alvarez, I was like, "What is that? You go to ground?" That's right.
I
Like,
Hey, who this suave ass nigga? Who's this? Where this nigga come from? You got a nigga from Spain all of a sudden? No, that's wrong, dog. No, it's not.
Oh man, yeah.
I would have talking so much.
That's why I switched to Rome. That's why Rome came across. I think that was I think it was in middle school. Middle school, and it just stuck all the way through. So yeah. I used to be Ricardo when I was a kid, and I went back to it more recently. But it's like, bro, I got like 4 names to be honest. If people know me in Houston, they're gonna be like, "That's Ricardo, that's RJ, that's Rome, or that's Romero, or Coach."
Yeah.
Like,
I remember Romero. Like, if your real name was Romero, like, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
So, and I can't talk because I got about like 3 or 4 names as well. Like, if you go to Shreveport and you go to my old hood called Motown, my name they call me D. You know, so you come down on Mervyn Street looking for somebody named Keenan, like you're gonna be like, who's that? Like, you don't know nobody named Keenan. And then if you say D, you know what I'm saying, then you got to be like a close somebody down the street in the hood that you know me because a lot of people don't know me that's outside of that neighborhood as D. But enough about me. Ricardo.
Whichever one, man. Whichever one.
Ricardo,
Let's go with Rome
respect.
because this is a grand fan. People, let's go with Rome.
I know, Mr. Rome. Tell
Uh,
the lovely audience that's listening right now about yourself, man.
all right. So I've been training for a little over 10 years. I know when I met y'all, I was always active. So I'm a certified strength and conditioning coach. I work at the university as well. I did personal training, and I started more so recently this past year venturing out to do my own thing. Got my business certified, so I got my LLC. Um, you know, my main thing is trying to give the athletes a better opportunity than I had.
Mm.
So specifically when it comes to legit information that a lot of people don't have access to. I remember me being hurt constantly, me not knowing why I was hurt. So I'm putting in
Yeah.
work. So it's more so on the smart work, and even then, not just athletes. I feel like everyone deserves a chance to improve themselves, and that's why Championship Fit came across. Like when you look at a championship, you're like, what does it take to make it to a championship? Is determination. You got to be dedicated. You got to be very diligent in the ways you do things. In championship fit ready. So I'm ready for the championship. And this isn't anything that you do. It's not just when you look at it like an athlete. It comes to health. You can look at the championship as in my healthiest version, my muscle building, overall just weight loss, performance for sure, because I work with a lot of
Yes.
athletes. So that's just the way my model and my business plan. So yeah.
Ooh, you were with some athletes. We gonna save that question for later. We ain't gonna start off hot right now, but
Okay.
that's Rome, ladies and gentlemen, aka the dark skinned Mike Larry, aka Black Panther's little brother. That's him, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, no. So both of y'all, I didn't know both of y'all. Well, Sly, you said you have like a little fitness company, right? I think that's what you
Oh,
said. Like,
nah, I don't have a fitness company. So
because you
I have
said
a sport.
culture sports or something like that. So,
So I have a sports agency.
oh yeah, a sports
Basically,
agency. There you go.
yes, sir. So basically, we in the finishing stages of it. My co-founder Ty just got his NBA PA certification, and due to COVID, they postponed our test for the
Mhm.
NFL. So we'll be taking that next July. So yeah, man, stay tuned for that, man.
Oh
Because I
damn,
know
you
you
mean like
talking
next
about
year,
that.
July?
Yep, yep.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I remember you were talking to me about that, about getting that done. That was like a couple months ago. I thought it was gonna be this year, but they just pushed it back.
They push, man. We've been waiting for so long to actually get an email, and they just sent me probably like 3 days ago saying,
Yep.
"Okay, yep, we're gonna push it back." I'm like, "Oh, okay, wow."
That's a long
So it's
time,
all
man.
good. Yep. It's
So they
uh,
they so they pushed it back. Your sports agency and stuff. Like,
basically the exam. You know, see, usually they'll pick 200 people to go to Washington D.C. and go to a seminar in an enclosed area. 200 people, COVID enclosed area. Like, nah, we're gonna chill. But
damn.
they
Does
found a
it
way for us to do it online. So
okay?
yeah,
Like, does it have to be like? It could be a way. It could be scheduled or spread out. You know what I'm saying? Because the way how it is right now with COVID, like even like for us down here, I mean, I don't blame them like trying to be safe, trying to be healthy. I don't blame them. But now it's like we're in that mindset, like, it kind of like is what it is. As long as you have your damn mask on, keep safe distancing and stuff like that, and we won't have no problem. So there was like legit no way they could like work around that.
no, at the end of the day, not to discredit the NFL, but they don't care. They don't care about killing the NFL. So
That's
whatever
true.
happens, happens. Just
That's
like you
true.
said, they go with the flow, man. Go with the flow.
Yeah.
If in Rome for you, like you have a fitness company pretty much. Like how's that working for you during the COVID? Because I remember when you first like started branching yourself out there, you know, I believe that it was booming from what I saw. You know, a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot got great reviews, I believe. So has anything slowed down or stayed steady? Like what's it like for you during the COVID with the fitness company?
Well, I'm trying to since the COVID time, I've tried to venture more online. I didn't want to be all in people's face, and it's to the point where you don't want to trade your time for money, you know. So I want to
Yeah.
get to the point where I automate my programs, but I also know that that one-on-one experience is what's going to give people the best results. I've trained a couple people, and I realized that they, even if I tell you what to do, a lot of people don't know how to do the movement. They don't have, and I know movement is key for the results that we all can get. You know, because
Yes.
I'll show you how to do RDL, and then your back starts hurting. You know, so for me, I've done that more recently, just to the point where I started. Okay, you guys can purchase my program without me having to be there, and I can just show you the videos, link the videos to it. But I still have other packages, and I'm keeping it very minimal, very very minimal. Like right now, I only have just one room for one more person, full access, and the other people will just be moderate access. I'm not gonna be able to be calling them every single day, checking up on them. They don't get as much, but they are going to get some video analysis and stuff like that. So for me, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Working on the side, especially since I'm still at the university. I love working with athletes, so I'm a strength and conditioning. So that's my main thing. So always training to go to win a championship. Uh, but yeah, that's where
Boy,
I'm
got
at
that
right now. So it
champion.
hasn't hurt me. It hasn't hurt me.
Boy, got that championship mindset. Go ahead, Sly.
I got to piggyback off of it. So, and then we're gonna have to touch back on the I am athlete because it's gonna tie in. But we
Okay.
ain't gonna do it. Whenever you ask the question, then yeah. But I was the Chad Ochocinco.
Oh
and
yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
This is
but I,
interesting. This is what I want to hear.
yeah, man. But I worked hard, you know. But when I started using the workouts that Ron would put together, even from the stretching to the dynamic stretching to the warm up, like I immediately felt a difference because he has like that's why I rock with you, Ron, because you had like the yeah, I'm trying to find a way to put it. Basically, you had the knowledge that a lot of us didn't have. So even when it came to squats, like the way you like I hate squats.
I
But
hate squats too.
I was able to squat so much more just using the small
Mm-hmm.
techniques that he would teach. And like so for anybody out there that really want to get in shape and get fit or really just want to be overall healthier, like you gotta hit up Rome because like the knowledge that he has, bro, like it's just through the roof, man.
I
Like through
appreciate you,
the roof.
brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Let's see. Like I'm with Sly. I hate squats. Now, before I got into college, like this is what traumatized me for doing squats. Okay,
Oh.
so this is what traumatized me doing squats. So before I went to Grambling, we had a Southern community college. It was Southern, all right. So I was going there over the summertime, like taking some courses before I got to Grambling. All right. So uh, I used to work out with the basketball. They had like a little basketball team and the girls basketball team and stuff like that. And I knew somebody who knew somebody, so I worked out with them. You know. Uh, so I was getting ready to squat 200. It was like my third set. All right. So as
Hey,
soon as
like you making
I
me so nervous.
uh, what did you say,
I'm
You
Sly?
anxious
making
to
me so
hear this.
Man, let's just say soon. I think it was 200 or more than that. Either way, it was fucking heavy. Uh, soon as I got down and pushed it up, I shitted myself.
oh,
I
oh,
did.
oh,
I did. I did. I completely did. So I went up and they were hyping
Oh
me up
shit!
too. Go
Literally.
ahead, get it, get it. And I'm picking it up. And the dudes in the background, I was like, oh, and
Oh,
it really, I picked it up though. I picked it up.
Yeah.
What made me push with aggression? I was like, oh, I shit myself.
Oh my goodness.
The embarrassment gave me the adrenaline to push it up. It was like, all right, that's one.
Oh
I
my
like,
goodness.
and when you gotta go, you got that. All right, I'm about to shit myself. Walk. So
Oh shit.
that's how I was walking there. Everybody was just confused. Like, hey, bro, you got like 10 more. Where you going?
Nah,
Like, hey,
I ain't got 10. That's it.
I ain't gave him no explanation. I explained that.
He was
Said,
out of there.
I'm gone. So Rome, for people like me, back in the day, or Sly, you too. If I guess I shouldn't have ate before workout. If it's leg day, what that means? I shouldn't eat.
I mean, you should have. Hey, you should have probably empty yourself out a little while before that. and
Yeah, and that traumatized me doing squats. Like I do squats like every now and then. Like if I'm working out with somebody, then I'll do squats. Like, hey man, let's do squats. I'm like, okay. You know?
But you made it to martial arts. I know you do a lot of calisthenics. I remember a lot of martial arts.
Yes, yes.
So that's mainly your main training currently.
Me, martial arts. Man, I did like a little Muay Thai with somebody that I work with at the hospital and stuff. Like they trying to put me on, but I am on it off because of my time schedule conflict. I know I gotta make time and everything, but my metabolism, me and Sly was talking about this yesterday, like
Right.
me working so much, and other shit, like it kind of like threw me off. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like just slow down, and I'm trying to bounce back. Actually, I signed up for like a Krav Maga class Monday, and I'm about to see what they talking about.
You better be in there. You gotta get going and shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So sorry, Rome, because I remember Rome was there. I don't know if you was there, Sly, but Rome was there when we was doing the self defense classes. Like we
Hmm.
used to teach them back in Graham and stuff.
With
It was
AJ,
AJ. How is AJ doing?
man, he's good, man. He's teaching. He uh he was running professionally for a little while. He just I don't know. He said he retired, but I don't know. He might get the itch to keep running, man. I don't know. But and he's just coaching and training. He's doing pretty good.
Okay.
Father, on like just like Sly. So
mm, yep,
I'll see
That
what
daddy
that feels
life.
like to me one of these days.
And
man.
Sly, you like I said, you and Rome, did track back in the day, and y'all didn't had these goals that pretty much trying to accomplish or already accomplished. Like, did y'all like ever came together like with the goals that y'all wanted to do and planned out? You know what I'm saying? With the type of mindset y'all had, or y'all just figured it out on your own after Grambling?
With track specifically, or
Or no, just in general, because y'all, yeah, y'all both athletes, y'all were together and everything, and like these goals y'all got accomplished now, like your championship fitness,
shit.
and with Slash Sports Agency, like, did y'all had that plan with y'all was together, or did y'all like figure that out like after Grambling?
I remember talking to Sly back in the day, and we were talking about like Sly. We had like a little mindset, and Sly with his sports agency, we talked about getting athletes for me to be able to train them as well, get them ready for combine and things like that.
Mhm.
I ain't forgot, man. I remember. I remember. So, but it wasn't never set. Like even still, now we're figuring things out. I know on my side, and then me and Sly still was chopping it up a couple months ago, and we still we're hungry, trying to make more moves, but everything isn't completely figured out. But we know we're going to keep growing and progressing. So it's not like 100% this. Um, I had championship fit since maybe at least 5, 6 years now. But I just
Mhm.
got the LLC this past year, so it's like it's up there, but the process is not like 100% this. At least on my part. I don't know what's
Mine is actually similar. Cause really, we started talking about this around like 2014, 15, as far as like the agency and what you're doing. And you know, I agree with everything Ron said. I just see it like this: it's progression, and just staying consistent and you
Mm-hmm.
know having that goal. Cause look, a lot of I was supposed to finish grad school like what a year and a half. Shit, like it took me like 3.5.
It happens.
Hey,
It
I just
fucking
couldn't
happens.
quit. So it's progression, man. It's
Hey, that's good though. That's a good mindset because some people will quit initially, but it's
Yeah.
perseverance. Hey, I got to figure out a way. I'm too far. I'm too far to quit. You know what I mean? So that's a good mindset to have. Good message to people too.
yeah,
More
man.
Hey,
Oh,
opportunities.
go ahead, Sly. You finna say something?
I just got some more free game to drop. It just hit me. A lot of people set goals and have aspirations and dreams, and then a lot of stuff happens, and they say, "Well, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. Like maybe God is telling me to do something else." No,
Right.
fool. God is telling you like, "Is this what you want to do? I'm gonna throw some obstacles in your way and see if you're
Heard it.
gonna overcome how much you really want it." You
Yeah.
know, so if stuff don't go your way, really just be optimistic and really think higher than self. You know,
Yeah.
like you look, you win.
And see, that's the thing that I love about life is like the pure way to enjoy something that is not just handed to you. It's like the things you have to go through in order to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of those type of people that like I figured it out that I kind of don't want the shortcut. You know what I'm saying? Like I want the full experience of what that person went through because the way how his mindset right now, like I'm not gonna be able to understand that person's mindset just by taking the shortcut. Like I just got it and I got it. Like okay, cool. But once once I got it and I go do something like that's gonna be completely different than what I'm not used to, that because I ain't been through nothing yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
gotta like y'all say you gotta have obstacles to get where you need to go. You that's free game. That's from Mr. Free Game right there. Hey, bro, another quick question. Did you know this nigga Sly wanted to be a counselor when he was in school with you? Because I ain't expected that.
I remember him like not necessarily a counselor, but I do remember working at that spot in Ruston, and then you have to work with the kids, right? I
Yep,
think that was
yep,
your first experience with it, around
yep,
one of your first experience. And
yep.
I remember him telling me about it, and it was like it was I could see more of the rewarding side of it, but it was like it was tough, wasn't it? Like you tell the story, man.
Hey, man, look, it
This is the origin
working
story.
at the Louisiana Children's Home. Really, I only worked there because I needed an internship, and
Right.
But you
and
got
it
the
was
full job
crazy.
afterwards, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. A little backstory. This is how I got the job. Actually, I was applying for internship, and then I had to go to Monroe to do a background check, and I have a criminal background. You know,
We all
but
do.
it's crazy. It's a small world, right? So the lady, yeah. So the
Mhm.
lady, she said, "You go to Grambling?" I like, "Yeah." She said, "What do you do?" I run track. She said, "You run for my husband." I was like, "Tonka is your husband?"
What?
Yes. And she was like, "You know what? Since you run for Tonka, we're gonna prove you, no matter what's on your background." And I was like, "Man, God is good,"
Dang.
Yeah.
because it
Them
allowed me to help
connections.
those kids. Like, and those kids really need us. Like, they really do, because they have nobody. They
Hmm.
drugs, they abandon them. Like, it break your heart to see when a kid parent will say, "Oh, I'm coming to get you this day," and that kid don't packed all his stuff, gave all his stuff away, and we know his parent ain't coming or her parent ain't coming, but you don't want to tell them that, and then you got to really watch that kid really sit outside with all this stuff, waiting on that person, and like just heartbroken, like it hurt. So it humbles you,
That Drake.
like
Valuable
yeah,
lesson, man. I had to grow up. He ain't coming.
Hmm.
he coming. Bro, it humbles you, man. Like, So that was just the
Okay.
intro, like real life, you know, for I guess well that was my intro, but
Yeah.
you
So
know,
pretty
it
much,
was,
that was the spark that you
yeah,
needed. That like, you know what?
they
I'm
needed.
tired of this shit. Like it's literally legit people out there that, especially like these kids that need this mental help. Like if somebody doesn't help them soon, there's no telling like what their outcome going to be. So
Yeah,
pretty much that was your spark to become a counselor, right?
yeah, man. It was divine, man. Like they're gonna
Hmm.
be out of the system if they don't have somebody like me, wrong, you, to like really show them like, okay, no matter what you went through, no matter what this situation is today, it's only temporary. Keep that positive mindset. Like I tell my kids, God God didn't just create one path for you. You know, He created different roads. You can go down the negative road, but on the highway to success, there's always a detour or whatnot for you to get back on the right track. You know, so it's like, man, it just it's divine, man. It's God. You know,
Hmm.
put in that position.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it's that feeling like hers. Like I put myself in that kid's shoes because of what I've been through. You know, like single parent, fatherless. You know, you were told that your daddy gonna come pick you up in the for the circus. You just out there, just stand out there. This is me. I'm out there at the doorstep with my coat on. You know.
Oh, he is
Man,
coming, mama. Coming.
Yeah, just looking outside the window and everything. Baby, just sit down, come on and play the game. No, he's right down the street, Mom. I know he's coming. You say he was down the street. Leave me
my th-
alone.
bruh, and then that's one of the things I've gotten into more recently, man. Understanding that or trying to understand that a little bit more. That's why I have a lot of respect for like how Sly and his wife go about doing things. It's you need that solid man and woman to have a good family for the foundation of the kid, man. That's the reason why I've waited so long for my because I came from a single parent home, or shoot, not even that. I moved around a lot, kind of like an orphanage from family to family, bro. So I noticed more recently, I'm like, man, it plays a big role in the mindset of somebody, and the structure and how ahead in life are they going to be compared to when somebody that's just doesn't have that,
Mm.
But yeah, it's huge, man. That's huge.
It's kind of like a unfortunate, sad stigma for for young black men
Mm-hmm.
to like it's like that American Black Dad story. There are barely none around, you know. But
Stereotype, but it's true. A lot of stereotypes have a lot of truth to it. It's unfortunate,
exactly,
but man, it
exactly.
sucks.
Exactly. So that's why like I applaud Sly, for what he does, Mr. Free Game himself. Like he brings up free game, like not only about like other shit, but also as a young black father as well. And he may not know it all, but he's given like his experience as well, because like I mean, how many kids you have, Sly? Like two?
Yep, I have two. I have a boy and a girl. My daughter is 5. My son is 4. Hey, just like you said, we're gonna go with the flow. Going with the flow got me 2 kids 9 months apart. So, hey,
Exactly, exactly. And so, and that's what we need. Like that's what a lot of us need is that he's telling his experience and he's seeing the difference of how he does things as a father and things that happen with his child. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I like to see. And like, you know what? I just realized something. And this is free game right here. This is what we need to do. That's what we need. Because for me, when I was growing up without the father, he was in and out of my life. Like I said, I didn't have social media, you know what I'm saying? To look up to. I didn't know YouTube. YouTube didn't really like get popular till like the late 2000s and all that shit. And so like my mentors like was kind of like stagnant. My mentor was my pawpaw, but he died when I was young. And my second one is my instructor Greg, who taught me Taekwondo, but he became an alcoholic because he lost his son and stuff like that. So with a mother, like thank God, like I said, thank God for my mother and her side of the family. I was raised by women. Uh, so for the most male role models I had was the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what it is.
yeah, so the
Yep.
streets is pretty much the ones that I look up to in order like how to be a man. It can be dangerous. You know, it's a dangerous road where you need a father to teach a man how to really be a man because like yeah, I could look up to my mom, but like what about manly things? You know what I'm saying? You know, like my motivation, my hustle, my strength, it came from my mom. But anything outside of that, as in the male perspective, like it's scattered
You
until
have to
you
find
come
it.
across it. You know what I'm saying?
And that happens in a lot of society too. When you look at a lot of men, then we have unstable, emotional, and a lot of the kids is just they don't know.
Yeah.
We can't dig deep into our emotions and feel and understand that we don't understand, and it's
Mhm.
tough. It's tough, man. But yeah, a male role model is essential in my opinion, and in our community, it's very important for us to to help elevate the Black community. It's a necessity. It's a necessity, man. And I'm seeing a lot of it coming up now. More recently, more people are actually enlightened to it and seeing it. But we need it even more now. We need it even more.
Yeah. We need people like Sly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shout outs to the coaches and teachers and just
Mm-hmm.
being out there, bro. Like, cause without them, bro.
And
Yep.
that's
And
the
that,
thing too. That's the thing. Like it doesn't have to be a counselor. It could be like coach Rome. Rome
mm-hmm.
could be like a mentality factor for a lot of young athletes out there. Like sharing
Man,
his story.
I had some of the worst situations with some of the athletes. Man, they go through a lot, man. And
Yeah.
Hmm.
as a coach, I guide them through it. So when it comes to like that's one of the things I try to impact the athletes, not just in the performance. Because my job as strength coach is performance increasing, minimize injury, and create better habits to make you a better person.
Hmm.
And
Love it.
we build relationships. So we end up talking, and I get to know them. And a lot of these athletes have gone through a lot, man. They go through a lot of things, and it's tough. So I try to guide them in a direction, and they look up to me and respect me, and I want to do as much good for them. And that kind of that's another plus in my job working with athletes and working with people as a coach because I know a good coach can set you up right and make your life even better. So
You know what? Speak since you spoke on that. I'm gonna ask both y'all this question. You know what I'm saying? Because both of y'all work together. But I'm gonna start with you, Sly. So when y'all are on the team together, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you believe in building a team friendly? Like, don't be like no friendly ass nigga like trying to fit in. But do you believe in a team building environment? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all in it to win. You know, like what's y'all approach in building a not just a strong team physically, but also like mentally? Like, hey, I'm in this together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how do y'all do it? Like, do you approach it like in a Tom Brady way, or do you approach it in the asshole Michael Jordan way? Like, how would y'all do it? How do
Well,
y'all how do y'all build the team and stuff? You know what I'm saying?
certain people are different, right? I'm not gonna
Yes, it's
mention
true.
his name. I'm not gonna mention his name, but I'm fresh out of high school. I decided to come to college early, and I'm like, man, like it's mindset. Like it starts with respect. When we
Mhm.
respect you, it's like okay, he can rock. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go to practice early. I'm gonna be the first one. And then it was a guy. I ain't gonna say his name. He was
Yeah.
early. I was like, okay, he beat me. So I said, hey man, I'm Sly, man. What? He said, so he kept running. Like it's so okay,
He
all right.
said so he kept
You
running.
gonna
Oh man, this dude toxic, man.
I was like, you gonna respect me? So practice for 6. I came 5:30. When he did that, I said, okay, I'm gonna come at 4 o'clock. And I gotta earn that respect. So, and then now we're gonna transfer over to Rome. See, Rome, when I met Rome, because Rome, you walked on, right?
Yeah,
You walked
yeah.
on.
My whole situation
So
was
Rome,
weird, man.
yeah, it was. But Rome earned our respect because so many people walked on. So we like, it's just another nigga walking on, he ain't gonna make it. But when Rome made it and we seen like how mentally strong he was and like how like he was just a solid dude. He was a man, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he was a man. That's when we was able to say, okay, let's tear these walls down. He's family. So then I got to know Rome. And from what Rome shows on the outside, you wouldn't expect Rome to have went through the things that he went through. So it
Right.
makes you respect him even more. And then now that I respect Rome, now from me, I don't want to let Rome down.
Yeah. Huh.
So that's what I'm gonna bust my ass. I'm gonna do my job, do my part. Rome's gonna do his job and do his part. We're gonna get these points, we're gonna win together. And it's just like that's just what it is. Like, so
That's
respect, Rome.
good. Yeah.
Respect,
So Rome.
appreciate it. Yeah,
So,
likewise.
so
You a
Rome.
dog.
So pretty much, he told me like, his his outcome of meeting you and seeing you in action and stuff. Like, what's your mentality like coming on the team? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you go out there? You know, hey, I came here to do work. Fuck y'all. Let's get this done. You know what I'm saying? Or, you put your work in, and you know, your work gonna show its respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you put in the work, like that's me. Like, put in that hard work, you get my respect. You know what I'm saying? So what's your mentality, Rome?
So I was a mixture. I'm a mixture. Like when I was always an underdog. I was always an underdog coming out of shoot. Always, pretty much my whole life. I've always been an underdog. So it's always that chip on the shoulder. I got to work harder. I
Yeah.
just wish I knew a little bit more back then to kind of like structure my stuff a little bit better. But I just said I got to work. I'm learning. I got to learn. So I was always reading, always learning, always putting in work, doing stuff, doing extra work. Sometimes a little too much. That's why it led to a lot of these negative things that happened to me back then compared to how I feel now. But yeah, just putting in too much work at times. But for me, the team was you do connect. You do connect with the team. Like whenever you see the people and you like Salon said, you look at people that walk on, they don't last. Some of the people you look at them, then the next thing you know, they're gone a week from then on. Like you don't pay them any attention. Me, I went in there to play football. So I was actually when I first started, I walked on the football team because I was supposed to be a preferred walk on. Messed
Hmm.
me over. So I get there, I get to the school, bro. I'm supposed to be a preferred walk on. I came from California. I don't know anything about the South, nothing. I flew out. I'm a week later to late registration. So I'm like, I get there, I go to the coach, and he says, yeah, you're gonna get this, we're gonna get your paperwork in, whatever it may have been. Just make sure you fill out your paperwork. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay. Well, he said something?
No, I'm gonna go turn this heat on. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
He
uh,
cold, coach.
So it's cold in there, man. All right. So I went over there, and this man was like, he's like, yeah, man. Well, we're gonna have to talk to the coach. We're gonna get you going. Get your paperwork in. You came in right now, so by that time we'll get you going. You'll be able to train with the team once you get your paperwork done, bro. You already know the trainer lady. You know how she was. You already know how she was. I ain't gonna say her name, but dog, she was hell. She was hell. All right.
She
So I
was.
get there. I get all the paperwork done. I'm there. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm a freshman. I'm coming in. I'm about to get this stuff done. I came in the spring too. So
Hmm.
by the time I get everything done, the coach looked at me and was like, he's like, who are you? I'm like, what do you mean who are I you talked to my coach in high school and you guys, I was supposed to be a preferred walk on. He's like, I don't know you, man. You have to try out. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna have to try out. So
What you mean?
yeah, bro, they messed me. So at that point, I'm like, okay, whatever. I got the paperwork done. I didn't want to go home, so I was in the mindset of I don't want to go home because if I go home, I'm gonna be considered a failure. Too many people come back home. Knowing
Yep.
what I know now, back then, I appreciate the process. I appreciate everything I did, I went through, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But I don't want people to think just like that because that kind of can mess you up. The way that I was like, bro, I was broke, bro. When I say it taught me how to live to make a penny into 2 pennies. Like I was I was like struggling throughout my first year and a half at Grand. So
Shit,
yeah,
we all would.
I didn't know any of this stuff, and then I'm trying to be an athlete at the same time. I worked so hard, I made the team
Yeah.
barely, but I made the football team. So I made the team. I'm in the spring. I ball out. They keep me over some other people that they cut. And coach is like, yeah, we're gonna make this guy that guy, right? I'm like, cool. I'm happy about that. I'm like, I'm looking at my scholarship. I need some money. And the coach is like, oh yeah, we ain't got no more scholarship. I'm like, what? So I went to go talk to my dog, Coach Lavelle, and I'm like, I did a little track in high school. I did one year track, but I'm a competitor. I'm like, hey, coach, hey, whatever you need, what do you need somebody at, man? You need some hurdlers or whatever it may be. And he's like, yeah, this is the only thing we might need some points in. I ran this. I can, coach, if I can get this time, if I can do this, can you give me some money so I can be in school? And he was like, yeah, man, if you can do this, we'll get you some. I start working. I'm going to football practice. I'm going to track practice right after. That's why I'm burning myself out, but I was doing both of them. Then the scholarship never came from football, but it came from track. The coach from football was on some BS, but the track coach, Coach Lavelle, was like, here, man, I can give you this to get you going. And I was like, hey, I'm loyalty. He helped me out, and then from there, I'm gonna dedicate myself and get him some points when it comes to it. I'm gonna put in some work, and he gave me my money, and I ended up just doing track at that point from then on. But it was a process, man. It was a process. It was
That's a tough mental process. Man, let me ask y'all this. Like I said, just hanging out with athletes and shit, and worked and trained with them. I ain't played no football or nothing. I mean, I done some sports, but why is walk-ons so toxic? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is a
they treat
walk-on
you like shit, man. They treat you like
why,
shit.
dude? Like, like y'all know, like if I see somebody like Rome, they get on my team. I don't know. Everybody's different. I just know me, and I look at it on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like if old boy come in here to do his part, I'm chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as he ain't no bitch ass walk on or something like that, you don't know what that. But why is walk
Bro,
on so toxic?
they they
Slide, do
dis-
you know?
they disrespect the
Look,
walk on.
yeah, look, when Rome said it, really, and look, I never knew the entire story, Rome. So now you have even more respect for me. You did that. But like, I mean, like I said earlier, man, you like, man, you're not gonna make it. Look at him in the cab eating all that pizza. Right? He ain't gonna make it.
I gotta be in peace with
Drinking
you.
all that soda, eating all those burgers. He only got 3 miles in an hour. He ain't gonna make it.
They gonna make it.
He ain't gonna make it.
So that's the mindset we had. You're right.
Yeah,
It slides right. Because after when I became ingrained in it, I wasn't a walk on anymore. I was a scholarship athlete at that point.
the
So
lifestyle.
so I'm like, man, you feel different too. You get treated a little differently, but then you most of the time people that walk on they usually think, why didn't you make it? Why aren't you a scholarship? Why weren't you recruited? There's usually a reason why, and people kind of be like, you must not be about anything, right? Sometimes it's their mindset. Sometimes they just didn't have the opportunities. I know I didn't have the opportunities. I played 1 year football in high school, and 1 year I only ran 1 year track. So
Right.
opportunity was very slim for me to be able to do what I did, and yeah, for the most part, then when you look at the football or whatever other sports, they usually don't respect the walk-ons because they want to make it hard on them one, and they don't want to be wrong. Most coaches do not want to be wrong. So imagine if I recruit you and I say, "Yo, Ken, I'm gonna get Ken I'm gonna put you on scholarship," and then somebody else come that's just as good as you. I'm gonna still pick you because I don't want to be wrong. He got to be way better than you for him to get a chance.
That's
So
true.
that's how it is because I'm gonna be wrong. Then from there, my recruiting is off. If I like, my judgment is off. So coaches don't want to be wrong. So they don't care about the walk-ons, but they do need scout people when you're looking at football or basketball. And then even track, you need people. You need bodies. So for to make it to compete and just if you got some there, we'll give you some. But for the most part, they don't care for the walk-ons for sure. For the most part.
Closest thing that I can relate to that, y'all know I was in the band when I had
Mm-hmm.
met y'all and stuff. So it is similar because if y'all watch Drumline, pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, old boy Nick Cannon, he's
They
yeah.
can.
Old boy Nick Cannon, he's going at the homeboy spot, like the captain, of the drum line. It was like that, in the band in multiple sessions. Like, I played tuba. I was tuba boy shawty. So
Super thing.
the competitive thing about that is like, man, if you P1, P2, P3, P4, what I'm saying? P1 is top, what I'm saying? And you P1, you get paid more and you get to be up front and all this other that and shit. So yeah, it was always like a competition, what I'm saying? Like you gotta make sure you know not just the scales, you gotta make sure you know the music, you gotta know the dance and play at the same time, what marching steps and all kinds of shit. Because if you don't, you fuck up, all right, you gonna go to the back. Oh fuck. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So I'm always like I was in that mindset when I was in the band, like I always worked my ass off to get to the front, like get to the spot. Like I don't want to be at the back, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't mind if I do, if needs to be. Like if both of y'all in y'all prime, I'm just coming in, you know what I'm saying? Like I have no I have no problem. I respect y'all. Y'all cool as fuck. I'm gonna be at the back. If y'all need me, I'll be at the front. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
quick thing. Respect to the band, man. When I said they gonna
man,
be out there so long, knowing that
bro.
it was so legit. Mad respect to the band, man. I
Yes.
hated when they went out and took the cab because there was no food. I was like, I gotta beat the band.
You gotta beat
Gotta
them.
beat the band. Gotta beat the
Oh
band for the cab,
God.
but
I
because they were
remember
going that deep.
seeing I remember seeing football players or not only that, I remember seeing people running to the cab
Yeah,
because you see
Yeah.
I think I, I think I saw I think I saw Sly bro one of y'all running to the cab.
hey,
Because
I ain't
Oh,
once you
saying
get through the band practice, we are
I
not
made
that
sure
we
I
are
got
not
to that before the band.
man, we are not
yeah.
that hard to afford. If you see a bunch of niggas in white t-shirts and black
Yep.
shorts, oh man, that's the band right there.
Yeah.
And y'all come
PR. Hit a PR to the trend to the band.
yo, hey Sly, stop talking to the girl. Come on,
Hey,
nigga.
man, hurry up, bro. We can have like the hardest workout ever. You may lay on that track for like 3 seconds, but you like, I gotta eat because the band is coming.
Yeah.
Man, I apologize, man. But they be working the dog shit out of us too. I apologize.
No,
3 a day,
you
right?
you uh you played with Phil. Phil in the band. He man, I don't know his last name, but he ended up being my roommate. And Phil, when me and Sean ended up being roommates with Phil, we saw like the work that y'all put in
Mm-hmm.
for real.
Hmm.
Man, y'all, man, look, shout outs to all the band members, anybody, any musicians, bro. Like it takes really like dedication and hard work.
I'm gonna say this real quick, and
110-degree heat.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say this real quick, and I'm gonna end it on both of y'all on after this. Let me tell y'all something, because
yeah.
a lot of people do not understand. All right, when I was in high school, I was solid 200 muscle because I was I was like working out like 3 times a day. I worked out. I was on the track team, played lacrosse, did wrestling. I was highly physically active, and also I was thinking about getting into the military. So what I do, I joined Marine camp on the summer times. You know what I'm saying? So just to get that feel of the Marine camp, boot camp situation. But I changed my mind. I was like, you know what? I got a band scholarship. Let me get a full experience of college life first. And then I do military later. All right. So when I got in the band, all right, I have to get up. They said be up at 5. No, you gotta be up at 4 and
Mm-hmm.
be there at 5 o'clock in the morning to get ready to march to this Terry Lilly. Y'all know Terry Lilly. Yeah.
The goat.
The GOAT,
He
Terry
never
Lilly.
It's aerobics, right? Is that what it
Yeah,
oh.
was?
he teaches the
3 times.
cheerleading and everything. So we had to be there. I missed two. I had to get up full march over there at 5 to get ready to meet my demise with Terry Lilly, and that was our band camp for 2 weeks. All right, after aerobics, go running, push ups, all kinds of shit. I went from 200 to 185
Oh
in
yeah.
2 weeks, and I tell you, that is some of the damn near most hardest boot camp programs that I've ever been in. You know what I'm saying? And I low key miss it. So people just people just gotta go out there and experience that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you out there, you ain't have no physicality, you're not really much of athletic. You know, like pray that you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Still
have
make it together, man.
determination and everything. So I'm gonna end it with y'all. Like, I'm gonna start with you, Slide. Slide. Is there anything that you want to say, or anything that I left out, or you want people to look towards about, your future goals and your businesses and everything?
Okay. Well, I told you guys about coaching sports and the counseling. Now, another thing that I do that actually correlates to like people say, man, you do a lot, or you don't know what you want to do. I have a method to my madness. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yes.
whenever the first thing I always want to do is be an NFL agent, and with counseling, speaking to athletes, Ron, I know you can attest to this, especially in NFL. We see the glitter and glam, but it's a dark business. So I know guys that like, okay, I signed this NFL contract, my family's dependent on me, and then get cut, and
Mhm.
that's where like depression comes in, man. So the counseling background that I have, that is perfect for that. It correlates, um, because as we know as athletes, whenever you're unable to do what you've been doing your entire life, depression really sets in and the uncertainty sets in. And when I was sitting down with my cousin Ty and talking about the business and what we want to do, we never spoke about money. Like we never said we can make millions. It's the impact. That's all that matters, is the impact, because it's our responsibility to make sure that these 21, 22-year-old black men that are going into this profession knows how to manage money, how to whenever, because the average lifespan of NFL athletes like 3 to 4 years. Yep. And then they're broke after that 3 to 4 years later.
1 to 3.
Yeah, 1 to 3 exactly. And they over here trusting, and through the process, I learned a lot. They're trusting these people from other backgrounds and cultures, um, to take them here when it's their talent that took them there. You
Mhm.
know, I want to encourage a lot of these guys to really sign with us, especially coach of sports, because, like I said, we spoke about the impact. It was like, okay, so how can we turn this young boy into a man? How can we put him in a position where we're building his brand? We're not just saying, okay, well, let's make a little money and whatever happens, happens. No, like it's our responsibility to make sure he's okay, because now he's officially a brother. So when I sit down with like athletes, I don't, without saying too much, a lot of people will pay athletes to sit down with them, sign with them. So I always tell the guys, like, look, I don't build relationships off monetary value. So
Mm.
if you want me to sign you with us, it's not gonna happen. Like that's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna pay you. I don't do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times they do that, not knowing that they gotta pay that money back.
Yeah.
They're gonna pay it back,
In the
and they
contract.
yeah. In the relationship is based off money. So the second thing is the financial service industry, with life insurance and like investing and all those things. I want to be more financially aware of really just more financial literate, you know.
Yes.
So I'm sorry, I talk very fast. So I try to slow down.
No,
You
no,
know,
no. You good. I
it's,
mean, like I
it's
said, this after this, everybody gonna be able to replay all this shit. So don't even worry about it.
cool. But it's an Atlanta thing. But I want to become more financially literate, because not only am I your counselor, your agent, your counselor, but now I can say, look, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to put your money here, put it there. Because one thing that really disgusted me was with the Adrian Peterson situation, and his agent had said he trusted the wrong people. So I'm just like, hmm, he trusted you,
Yeah,
to make sure it's good. And everybody should read the $400 million Slave. Matter of fact, we got it in.
Yeah.
I read, bro. It makes sense. That conveyor belt syndrome, man. I mean, the conveyor belt method. They ship them along, then when they can't do anything with them, send them back to the hood to nothing. Now
damn.
these people don't like it.
It's a
Nobody.
it's a book. It's a book called that for $100 million slave.
Yep.
Yep. Oh
Right
man,
there.
yeah. Great book. Great book. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Like, I'm big on just building our community, whether you're an athlete, whether you want to cut hair, whether you want to shoot, if you want to be a grave digger, like whatever. I'm gonna encourage you and speak life into you and educate you on ways to make your money work for you,
Yeah,
and really just put you in a position where you can win, man, because a lot of people don't do that for us. And I want you
yes,
to know that you're more than just an athlete. You're a human being and you're smarter than what people think you are. So you know, hey, look, bro, it's real life. It's real.
I like that. You're more than an athlete. I like that.
You
You
are.
you're not on some shut up and dribble type shit. I like that.
Ah, man. That's why Kyrie my favorite person, my favorite NBA player, bro. No matter what they say about him, he speaks his mind. He's honest with himself. So
Rome, Rome, you watch NBA?
Man, more recently I started watching some. I like to play stuff more than watch it, but I watch, especially when the games get serious. So you'll catch me playing more basketball than watching it, or trying to play some football, a little flag or whatever it may be. I just like being active. So
Okay, okay, okay. So I'm gonna ask this quick question. I told Sly I was gonna ask this question before the podcast yesterday and stuff. Uh, how y'all feel about the Brooklyn Nets with Harden being in there right now? Because me, in my opinion, right now, uh, supposed to be the big three, but I don't know. I just whatever Kyrie got going on right now, I hope he figure it out. Because I
me too.
need to see this. I need to see this. Like, is this the literally like is this the big three that everybody talking about? Because I ain't see the nigga play with Harden yet. And
I
so
think it's tough to play with Harden, man. Like it's hard. It's like there's a way of somebody winning. And mind you, I became a fan. One of my clients, his brother was played for the Rockets.
yeah,
So I actually became a fan of the NBA and more so the Rockets. Went down there, was over there right by the watched my first game up close. Went downstairs, met the players. It was an experience, and then I started. That's when the Rockets actually had a chance to win it. Maybe what three years ago, a little over 3 years ago, man. But
Yeah, around the
it was a hell of an experience. But then you started looking at players like you're a good player, great player, but
yes.
can I win with you? You know.
mm-hmm.
What
Like
happened? Oh,
like yeah, like you look at it like, and then like even are you the MVP, but you can't win. I
yeah,
think who was it? Shaq was talking about him. Shaq recently I saw somebody Shaq talking about Harden, and that when Harden's like, you know what, I gave him my all, and what Shaq was like that Harden said that he gave him his all. He's like, no, you didn't. We gave you everything you needed. We gave you Dwight Howard. We gave you Chris Paul. We gave you Westbrook, and you just ain't finished. Your performance in the finals dropped down. And yeah, you were supposed to be the MVP, but you're not performing. You're not bringing everybody up like the MVP. What are you
yeah,
doing that's not letting your team be successful? So, I like the way I like to watch him play. I don't know him personally, but I don't know if he can help others win. Like can they win with him? I would love to see. I love to see people succeed, just like Sly was talking about. My thing is if Harden starts to do things and everything starts clicking, he's just not the MVP, and he's like bringing everybody up and they're doing great. Shoot, I
yeah,
would love to see it. I love to see
yeah.
people
That's
win.
what I like to see too.
I
Yeah,
love to see people win, and not specifically a team, or I just love to see good quality people win. That's it.
yes,
And whatever you're doing. So if he shows that his mindset is here, his work ethic is here, I love to see that because it gives other people the incentive to do that. So if you see somebody working, doing what they're supposed to do and being successful, you're more incentivized to do that. But when we see people doing a lot of BS and being successful, and we popularize that, it gives you more incentive to do a lot of BS. Everybody
Yes.
gonna do a little BS, but I would like to see positive, progressive people and shining and doing good. I want to see Sly win. I want to see Ken win. I want to see everybody I know that's doing good things win. And I'm gonna be your
Yes.
biggest advocate and be like, yo, go mess with them. Let them give them some shine so they can give more positivity to the world. Because that's what we have. We're missing a lot of positivity and good things out here. So put more light on that, you know. But
Exactly.
that's my mindset with it, my 2 cents.
Yes. Yes. Well.
A lot of haters out there, man. Wake up in the morning like, oh, who could I hate on today?
Who can I hate on today?
Who am I hate on today?
Them lips, they black.
It is like it can be like a toxic, sporting world out there, especially when it comes to like sporting commentating and stuff. Like because I'm that type of person that I look at it on both sides before I speak my opinion about it. I mean, I can give like some assumptions and speculations and stuff like that, but like what they talking about Harden, there's no telling like what Harden really was going through, in Houston. I pretty much agree with Rome though. Like we gave you the tools that you needed. It's just that you couldn't really execute with the tools. And it's okay. My thing is, it's okay. And it can be frustrating. The team spent all this salary cap for you. You know what I'm saying, to get where you need to go, so we can get this championship that we haven't gotten in a long time. And then it just happens. Like you just couldn't execute. But then on the outside looking in, it's no telling what kind of of a toxic atmosphere. Because when you see, if you go to highlight, look at Harden playing with Brooklyn Nets, like the motherfucker look kind of happy. You know what I'm saying? The boy smiling like the BS
Check it
is
out.
showing through the beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got that happy dad bod on him. He not giving a fuck. Like homeboy, homeboy happy. You know what I'm saying? I just need to see if Kyrie gonna come out and give me something. Let me see this trio that everybody said like, oh, this is the cheat mode right here. You know what I'm saying? So Kyrie, I hope you get your head straight, whatever you got going on, man.
Yeah, man.
But you need to talk to your boy. You tell him you're a counselor.
I do. And let me say this: I became a Kyrie fan when he played for Cleveland. So
Yeah.
when I'm loyal to you, so I'm gonna stay loyal to him. I need to really hit him up, bro, and really just drop some free game on him.
Mr. Free Game, hey, Mr. Free Game on the live, Kyrie. He's a dedicated fan.
I'm gonna add him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, put your sage up, Kyrie. Put your sage up. Blow that shit out. Slide need to talk.
For real.
All right. Well,
Hey.
Rome.
Oh yeah, I know you. Yeah,
go ahead,
you gonna. Now I know you saying you was gonna let Rome say anything you may have missed with Rome.
Nah, man. For me, that's pretty much everything. With my brand, I already stated on how I do it and why I do it. Championship fit. My thing is I'm trying to be accessible to people, but at the same time, I also can't be too accessible. You don't want to be too accessible and not accessible to the wrong people. So that's why I minimize the amount of people I'm gonna stay in contact with my business, and then program everybody can get it, at least be able to get some legit programming. The reason I did that because some programs somebody showed me, I'm like, there's no structure to this. It's like this is gonna mess you up if you do this. And it can cost depending on what it is. Some people I talk to my one of my boys. He's like, "Oh, this is cheap." I talk to somebody else. He's like, "Oh, this is expensive." So it depends on what it is. I feel like it's on the cheaper side for what they get when dealing with me. But it's cheaper, but also acceptable for me. It's like I'm giving a discount. My boy was like, "Man, you need to charge more and then discount that price." But I don't. It's not a necessity. Money's not like Sly was saying. It's more about the impact that I have. I enjoy it because it's easy to make money. I know people that do stuff they don't love and are making six figures easy. Just working. But I mean, nah. I want to enjoy what I'm doing, make an impact, and then make my money make money. So that's what the process. I want to just put the money here, let the money do that, and I can enjoy do this and be a better person for my family and friends, and that's my goal personally.
Let
Anything
the
that
money
you
dance.
have, anything that you have planned on in the future, anybody like you want to shout out? Because this whole program, are you on your own? Like have this programs or something like that, or do you have like
Yeah,
a couple of people?
it's on my own. I've been working on, man, I've been reading, studying, learning certifications. I got all these certifications, read all these books. Even more recent throughout COVID, I was reading a lot of books. So especially people with finances, like the Richest Man in Babylon, solid book to read. Y'all should definitely read that.
Yes.
It's solid. It's simple and it's very entertaining. I already follow a lot of those principles prior, but I know for the general population, if they start doing that, I took some of that and just the way that they said it, gave it to somebody, and they were able to get their finances on point within just within since COVID, within the 6 month period. So they went
Hmm.
from having a bad credit score to improving their credit score and then having money in their pocket. So it's just if you follow those, that'll be good. So the Richest Man in Babylon is a pretty good one. Um, but
Okay, I need to read that then.
yeah, check it out, man.
I'm gonna look for that in audio books or something like that.
Yeah, or you can even do it on YouTube. YouTube has it up there too.
Yup, yup.
But as in for me, like I've been working on the stuff, learning all the stuff, and then I just put something solid. I know every program pretty much works, but it depends on who the person is that how they do it and who the person is that it works for. So trying to make something that can work, and I have three different tiers, whether you're a beginner, advanced, and immediate, and then also the custom programming uh, for the people. So right now I'm only down to like four people I can work with personally, but the program is still out there for people to say, I want to purchase this. I'm like, okay, here, do this program every month. You could change it up and just kind of give me you need to message me and say, okay, this wasn't working for me, or this happened. I want to get a little more intense. I got in great shape, but I need more. So that's how I worked about. But yeah, this is it's just me currently. I'm working on possibly getting the app within a year, and there's a few things I want to work on that I don't want to,
Ooh,
unlock just yet. But that's one thing. And then me and Sly were talking about that something that we looking at working on within the next month or two as well. So
ooh,
look, that's something
Oh,
that we can look out for the trap
that's
fam.
that's what I like to hear. Like that shit brought joy to me a little bit. Y'all working on something together. Like I'm telling you, dude. Like you will be amazed of how strong uh a group can be. How strong I would say you would be surprised how strong a business can be when you have like two strong, independent, mentally strong black brothers together. Like, because I mean, I know you gotta get things done on your own, but you'll be amazed at how much you can get things done together based off just communication, motivation, you know. Like that's why I was hoping to get y'all at the same time because this is what I want people to see, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I want people to see besides somebody who's rich and popular or something like that. Like I want people to see it like this is the upbringing of what's something that's gonna be destined to happen in the future that's gonna benefit for everybody, you know. So this what we
Oh,
say this what the
quick
podcast.
thing. Quick
Oh, go
thing,
ahead, bro. Go
going
ahead.
to the rich and powerful thing. We got to stop making people rich and powerful and influential as a society that aren't doing anything for anybody. That's one of the things I was looking at. That people's goal is to. I was talking to some of the youth, and it sucks because we're going back to social media.
Yeah.
uh, and we did have social media, but social media is a blessing, but also a curse to some extent when you look at it. Because
Hmm.
now kids are coming up to me like, I'm like, what do you want to do? What impact do you want to? What do you want to do? I want to be Instagram famous. I want to be TikTok famous. That's the goal. And mind you, if your goal is that, know what you'll do to that. It's a lot of things when you start like doing things that aren't in line with your morals. You know,
Yes.
so that's when you start seeing people mess up. You start seeing kids all broken down and mentally messed up because they're not famous. They're comparing themselves to people that are they're not even them. They Photoshop and editing. They're not even that person themselves when you see them in real life. So That's one of the things I would like to see us go away from that. If the people don't add value to your mind or your, or your true
Exactly.
happiness, yeah, I would love to see that. Like, but shoot, the society we living in, it's a little bit tough. But
Yeah, and see,
yeah.
that's why I won't slide. That's why I wanted Sly on the show because he brought up free. He brings up free game on social media for those who need it. Besides, out of his game, like you wasting your time trying to be like an influencer, like try to keep up with the flow with everybody else on social media. One thing about social media, like culture is constantly changing week by week.
Mm-hmm.
Like what we was on, like I don't know what we was doing. But now all of a sudden we got this busted challenge, all this
Bruh.
bullshit. Like yeah, like the
I was
challenge.
like, you're right. I was like, what's
Like,
that busting? What's
hey,
that?
don't get me
Like,
wrong. Like if you're doing it out of fun and everything, just laughter for yourself and everything, all well good. But you know,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? People just try too much. Like
Bust.
I had dropped like a funny one on TikTok and everything, but I had to show you. I ain't doing nothing. I'm talking about some old lady.
I did not want
Uh,
to see you do the challenge.
The bust.
oh, it's just
Can I
me
take
because
with the
I
bust?
make skits and everything. And me as a person that for me in social media that makes skits and promo videos and stuff like that. Like I don't care if I have like 50 or 100 or something like that. I just wanted to like reach out like, hey, something you can watch, something you can gain out of this.
Mm-hmm.
All fun and games, all well cool, and I just leave everything to God and leave it to itself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thanks, Rome. Somebody eventually listening to this, they need to hear that. So thank you, Rome.
And the
Uh,
piggyback, on
okay, go ahead.
pig, piggy. Uh, hey, it's funny because we be about to get off and then we talk
Right.
about.
Hey, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like y'all are men with with objectives y'all have on a daily basis. Me, I'm off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to end it for y'all. But if there's some shit that y'all want to say to get off y'all chest, this is what the podcast is for. Go ahead. If you want to roll you a blunt, I got my orange juice. You know.
Well,
So go ahead, Sly.
uh, said roll the blaze. Hey, bro, you don't drink all the orange juice.
I did.
Hey, you been killing it. I ain't mad at you. But nah, man, like the piggyback on what Rome said, we are the last of the Mohicans, man. Like the
Dead ass.
generation under us is they want everything fast, brother. It's a
Mm-hmm.
microwave society,
Microwave.
man.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to work hard at all, man. Like think about it. Rome, you've been training people since your name was Ricardo. Bro.
And then I figured out why he got four names. He said, "Man, I just came from like 5 different places. I'm like that's why he have multiple names."
Everywhere I
Hey,
went, they call me something different.
Yeah.
hey, I'm convinced Rome was a whole hitman in his past life or something, bro. Gangster. But
You know what? We
but
can't
no,
say that. We can't say that, Sly. You don't want the boy to get caught.
for real, bro. Hey, but like you really work your way to get to where you are now. You're gonna continue to work it, continue working. So whenever people see your success, they'll think it was just overnight, but it really
Mm.
wasn't. Same with you, bro. Like Ken, bro. You've been doing this for like about 3 years. You know what I'm saying? You didn't just wake up and say, I'm gonna get y'all boys on here. We're gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that because once again, we in this microwave society, man. And another thing you touched on was like, like two strong men. Well, really it's three strong men on this show right here. But like we really gotta give a shout out to our women, bro, our black women, because
Oh yes, of
like
course.
bro, like there are women that have helped me along the way. And like I don't think they get the credit, as much credit as they deserve, you know, and it's a more free game, baby.
Free
So,
game.
Just a free game.
like, as we discussed earlier, we all come from single parent households, right?
Yeah.
So me doing what I do, especially like in the financial service industry, when I'm talking about life insurance and I meet women that we graduated from Grambling or high school with, and they're single mothers and they're struggling to do it on their own. I'm like, wait a minute, you had a kid with a college graduate, and I see this guy on
Mhm.
Instagram and doing all this stuff, having the time of your life, and like that shit disgusts me, bro,
Yeah,
because everybody don't want to look like this on Instagram, but really you ain't shit in real life. You know what I'm saying? You really
yeah,
a shit bag, a scumbag, bro. So not like fulfilling their obligations. Like, take care of your fucking kids, bro. And like even with the mother of your child, like even if y'all don't work out, like well, okay, for example, me and my wife, if we was to not be together, I'm not gonna just count her out of my life. Like it's my obligation to make sure she protected, bro. Because at the end of the day, our black women are the most unprotected beings on this earth. Nigga, they care about fucking cheetahs and tigers more than they care about black women.
yeah,
So, fellas, if y'all don't work out, still be there for her, bro. Y'all gotta really figure out a way to co-parent and really be there for her because that affects the child, man. And like it just fucked up. Excuse my language. It's fucked
yeah,
up, but it's a touchy subject for me because it's like, bro, you grew up without a father, bro. So how dare you walk out of this child's life and put that child through the same shit that you went through or
yeah.
whatnot? So, you know, hey, look, just like the boy Wallow said, and it's like that. Real, bro. Like that shit just bothers me, bro. Like I hate seeing, and that's a strong word, but it shit touchy for me, bro, because I hate seeing these dudes over here flexing on Instagram. You don't take care of your kids, dog. Like
Yeah,
take care of your kids. People know, like, if you don't take care of your kid, don't come around me, bro. Because if you don't care about your children, you don't give a damn about me. So
exactly.
don't come around shit. You know, I'm gonna stand on that. Like
Boy,
no
that
matter
was
what.
he had to get that off his chest, boy. That boy had it came from the heart, didn't it, Rome? Even
Yeah, I
though you
feel it
from
Yeah.
though. I feel it. That's true. Like I was
yeah,
thinking the same thing. How you come from a situation that you wouldn't want to put nobody through, but you put somebody through. You, yeah, I agree with you, 100%, man, 100%. You
so
Yeah.
do regardless of what you do, you got to take care of your kid, man. You got to
mm,
take no, even if you don't work out with the woman, you have to take care of your kid.
right.
Exactly.
So Ron, you have my email number. I want you to send me a program, pretty much just based like online or something like that. Send me your program. I stay in Washington. I don't stay in Texas. I'm all the way far away, so you can't coach me in person. We already know that. So please, after this, send me your program, and I want to try to lose this. I want to try to lose this weight. It may be possible if I can lose this weight before I turn 30. But so
How old are
it's
you, Ken?
I'm 29, about to be 30 in February.
February, right? Yeah. Well,
February 7th.
Oh, right there, right around the corner.
Yeah, yeah,
first
right
thing.
around the corner. I mean, I know it's not gonna be fast and everything. I kind of like already started like a little ahead of time or something like that. But send me your programs, and just to give you a heads up that uh our gym just got back open, but the way how our governor is set up, they might close that bitch down again.
Again?
So
Damn.
You know,
yeah, yeah, it's not like down south. Like people just up and going to gyms and all kinds of shit. We
Oh
just
yeah, it's
now.
regular over here.
I be in there.
Yeah, so just give you his if you have a program like for indoor, outdoor and gym or something like that, I appreciate it, stuff like that. Just send me what you got. Just
All
send me
right,
what you
all right.
got. All right, my boys, I have to say I enjoyed this episode.
Been a
I,
pleasure.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this podcast. I hope I learned a lot from both of y'all. And hopefully that the people who are listening and watching and everything, hopefully they learn something out of it too. Now they have somebody to go to for fitness and mental wellness, you know. And Sly, we done talked about like, our future podcast shows and everything. So I'm gonna have you on like next weekend, talk about pillow talk.
You gonna talk
All
about
right.
Pillow Talk next weekend?
You
Yeah,
wanna
man.
join in, bro? You wanna
I,
you wanna join in
I'll
next
be
weekend, bro?
I might just watch that one. I don't know my pillow talking. I don't want to hear that though.
It's just
I
like
might join in. I don't know, bro.
Might as well, bro. You might as well. Might as well, man.
It's just talk about the pillow talk. Can it be a positive or a negative? You know what I'm saying? Like, and try not to make it a long show. I might get like an extra guy join in, but Ron, like I said, you know, you got my number. I might hit you up like, hey, just heads up. Okay. All right, my boys.
Hey, hold on, wait. Hey, you got to give me your Instagram and stuff, wrong, man.
Oh, Championship Fit. Just regular, spelled just how it is. ChampionsShi. If I fucked up. Championship Fit. I got it.
And which name do you have on your Instagram?
Man,
which name gonna pop up? It's gonna pop up wrong.
It ain't even gonna pop up. You know, the crazy part about it is I've said so many names that I'm like, I'm Championship Fit. That's what Championship
Mr.
LLC.
Championship
That's the only thing that's gonna pop up. Cause
okay.
I can't put Rome, I can't put Ricardo, can't put Romero. Now they're gonna find
they got a shirt.
You said what?
You got a Championship Fit shirt
on me right now?
No. Like, do you have like?
Oh yeah. It's actually that's another thing I got coming out. Like I'm gonna start. I feel like wearing your own brand is gonna be huge, regardless of whether if you want to sell apparel, whatever it may be. You're gonna be your own advertisement. I'm gonna stop buying anybody else's stuff and having my own things that I'm gonna wear from starting soon. I think within the next few weeks, a month, everything's gonna be pretty much my stuff, like that I'm wearing for the most part, as much as I can at least. You know, not the shoes, but.
Okay, because I was the same, man, because I remember, and Sly sent me this last night. He sent me a video of you jumping on top of your car. And so, and you had a championship.
Yeah.
You were wearing a championship fit shirt.
That was my shirt.
Okay, so that's why I had asked. So if you have a shirt that you're selling as well too, send me the link. You know, I'm going to go ahead, buy one from you. And, go ahead and, while I'm doing my workout through your programs, broadcast pretty much broadcast shit.
Definitely. I'm gonna. I know I got the shirts coming in. I just hollered at a guy for the graphic design of it. He should have it in within the next couple of days, and then from there I'm gonna hit up the person with the clothes, and that's what I'm saying, a week or two before I get all the shirts and everything. But I already got one of the designs. I'm at least gonna wear them, and then from there I'll put it out for anybody. But I'm not gonna be pushing the clothes as much as the program, but I'll put it out there for sure. And I'll send you something your way, man. You too, Sly.
Okay.
All right. I'll send you your way.
You gonna be jumping on Jeeps before you know it, bro.
Hey, that's the plan.
Okay.
I've been trying it. Look, I need to start with like a Corvette or something, and just go from there.
Every time I hear Corvette, I think about that TikTok thing.
Oh
yeah,
Smith.
I don't even have TikTok, but yeah, it's stuck in my head.
Yeah. That's how I heard the song. I heard it through him and his little videos he posts on the gram, and in my opinion, that was like a whole distraction to the team and what they were trying to do. Now he got his ass done murked on the field, but that's a whole nother episode for that. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all boys go. I appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. If y'all ever need anything, y'all got my number, my email. Sly, God bless you for what you do, Mr. Free Game himself. And Ron, Ricardo, Romero, Alvarez, Suave. Y'all look out for the dark skinned Mike Larry in his future endeavors, you know what I'm saying? This was the show with no name. I'm your host, Sly, Ron. Y'all have a great day, man. It's a good one. Peace.
Man.